Why, hi there. I've got your astrological forecast and spiritual guidance for the week ahead, beginning today, Sunday, June the 28th. Already. This week's video is entitled Wounded Healer. Hi there, my name's Kat, coming to you from the Soul Sister channel. The reason for the video title is because we have a lot of planetary connections going on at the beginning of the week, starting today, and then we have the entire rest of the week to process it, which is really good. And let's unpack it. I'll tell you why. Today we have Mars moving into Gemini. Tomorrow, Monday, we have a full moon in Cancer, as well as Mercury going retrograde in Cancer for 3 weeks. And then on Tuesday, we have Jupiter going into Leo. And what I would like to focus on, the energetic theme for the whole week, is healing our wounds. Now, we've learned a lot these past couple of weeks. I hope we are practicing what we've learned. We've created our sacred space, which is always important for us to have some place we can go and we can calm ourselves, we can quiet and center, align, and come to peace. We also are learning to respect the sacred space of others by what? Listening. Listen to what the other is saying instead of always working on my response and the segue into what I'm going to say. Listen and be present, correct? Then we're talking about asking for help, not doing this gig all on our own, that we need to ask for help when necessary, because by doing that, not only can someone be of service to us, but we are serving them as well. Now, this week, we come back to our home, to ourself again. This week, we have the 4th of July at the end of the week, lots of family. We have energy in Cancer, the energy of family. We have Chiron now in Taurus, which I haven't really talked about yet, but we have this Mercury retrograde in Cancer. So the week is going to be about healing family wounds. And that is a big undertaking. That's why it's so important we have our sacred space. We're going to probably be with family this week, and probably all of those unresolved traumas from childhood or whatever are going to come up. Now, this week, we're going to listen again, but we're going to listen to ourselves. We're going to tap into our intuition. We should be getting a little feel for our intuition if we're checking in with our higher self every day in our sacred space. We're going to listen. We're going to listen to what our body is telling us. If we are with a family member and we get all cringe and stuff, what is going on? Do we need to ask them to forgive us? Do we need to forgive them? Do we need to clarify something? Why is this angst coming up for us? This is the week we take a good look at that angst and we work to heal it and release it. Because as I've said in the past, when we heal our wounds, we transmute them into our power. And who's going to help us with that this week? Good old Mercury retrograde. Quick Cliff Note version of what a retrograde is. Planetary orbits are elliptical. So at certain times of the year, it looks like the planet is going backwards in the sky. Of course, it actually isn't, but there is an energetic shift when that optical illusion occurs to one of review, realign, readjust, release, all the re's, okay? Now with Mercury retrograde, Mercury is the easiest planet for us to follow how this retrograde works, because Mercury goes retrograde 3 times a year for 3 weeks at a time. So for the next 3 weeks, we are going to get to visit our family wounds, our unresolved trauma. We've got Chiron helping us out. We have the Cancer energy helping us out. And so we are going to do what we need to do to heal. Do we need to go for outside help? Do we need some counseling? I mean, do what we need to do to heal so we can transmute this pain, this suffering into our power. Because, buddy, we need it going forward, as I keep saying. It's kind of freaking crazy out there. And all we have is this, our home. So we have to keep it safe. We have to keep her balanced and aligned and connected, because that's the only way we're going to get through this. We cannot go backwards. We can't look in the past for our guide for the future. It's not there, not anymore. We're going into the Aquarian age. It's all new, baby. So all we got is this in the connection to our higher self and to our divinity. So this week, especially with Mercury retrograde, we need to take time every day to sit quietly and review. Maybe, forgiving someone, you don't have to say, I'm sorry. You can do it within yourself as long as you don't make the same stupid mistake again that got you in this situation. Don't allow that to happen again. But you can forgive someone without actually contacting them by releasing that pain and that suffering, because it no longer is serving us. So make sure that we're doing that every day so we can get conscious about those things that we still need to work on, those emotions within ourselves. And everything's emotional this week. So we want to listen to them. We want to listen to what they're telling us, as well as our body. If we get chills, it's telling us. If we get a hot flash, it might be telling us something. But in retrograde is a time to step back and review and realign, right? But as a society, we don't follow the natural energetic cycles. We're doing our thing, trying to control everything. But so what happens in the Mercury retrograde season of 3 weeks, if we're not taking the time out every day, if we're not staying balanced and aligned, things start just going haywire. And they might go haywire anyway. They probably will, but this is where we find our humor and say, okay, Mercury's retrograde. Oh, I sent this real intimate email to the wrong person. Oh, shit. Oh, well, Mercury retrograde. Now they know how I feel. Or, oh, crap, my luggage didn't get through. Or I have a fender bender. Or my computer breaks down. Or all these little things. Remember, Mercury is communication. It's how we think and process. So all of these things are going to go a little haywire because we as a global family don't honor the natural cycles, natural astrology cycles. So there it is. Find your humor. Now, the other thing is, though, if you don't have to start anything, Mercury retrograde is not a good time to start anything new because the energy isn't there. Remember, it's kind of backwards, right? So the energy isn't there to push whatever it is forward. Oops, I just did that. Sorry about that. Push it forward. So, not a good time to sign contracts or begin anything new unless you really have to. Wait for 3 weeks for Mercury to go direct, and then you'll have much better chance of success. So that is what we're talking about this week. It's a difficult week, and we're on the emotional level this week. We are paying attention to our unresolved traumas, especially with our family. And this week, we are working to heal those and to come into balance and alignment so that we can transmute that pain and suffering into our power so that we can use it to create the life we want. Okay? That's what it's all about, creating the life we want. So there it is. Enjoy the holiday at the end of the week if you live in the United States celebrating our independence, but don't get bogged down with familial bullshit and trauma. Know that it's coming. We know that it's coming. We know that our buttons are going to probably be pushed this week by family or they'll trigger us. So we're going to know that ahead of time, and we're going to consciously work with our body and our feelings and what our body, our emotions are telling us, so that we can objectively look at the situation and begin to heal it. And like I said, we might have to reach out. Remember last week, we don't have to do it alone. If we can't do it alone, reach out and get the help we need. Counseling, a pastor, something, a minister, an old wise friend. Not me. I'm old. I'm not wise. No. But anyway, I crack myself up. Anyway, so that's it. Take the time, be with self, listen to ourselves and how we can heal these family traumas in our life. That's our job this week. All right. Let's get started. Now, I always say this, I have to say it again because I love to say it. The 3 deep cleansing breaths and the sun and Cancer affirmation are so powerful. These 2 little soul tools can bring us back into balance and alignment just like that, so that we can see things more objectively using that Mars and Gemini energy instead of being bogged down by the emotional trauma. I almost forgot. I have to say this because I forgot to say we've got Mars and Gemini, Leo, Jupiter moving into Leo. So, what happens if we are successful and we start healing these wounds? Our true, authentic self is going to shine even more. And when we shine, not only do we heal ourselves, but our brothers and sisters are affected too. So when we heal, we work on healing those family traumas within ourselves. We actually not only heal ourselves, but our entire family and beyond. It's amazing shit. It really is. All right, let's start. Let's become balanced, aligned, connected with our higher selves. We'll take our 3 deep cleansing breaths, and then we'll say our Sun and Cancer affirmation. Let's take our first breath. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. One more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. We see all the darkness, negativity, toxicity, all that nastiness. We see it all flowing out of our bodies, just flowing away to wherever it came from. And I hope it wasn't us. And while we're in this space of white light, and we see ourselves being filled with this beautiful light, made up of white light, love, and goodwill, not only does this light fill our entire bodies, this light's also protecting us. It's deflecting all that evil that we just got rid of, all that low vibration, all that nastiness back to its source. Now, while we're in this space of white light, connected with our higher selves, we will say our Sun and Cancer affirmation. I hold the entire universe within me. And from that space, I grow and glow. We'll say the affirmation. We'll stay in this space of white light connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. Let's say the affirmation together. I hold the entire universe within me. And from that space, I grow and glow. Wow, I do think that's pretty powerful. That is pretty powerful. You know, it just aligns with the Soul Sister Channel keynote, Life is Lived from the Inside Out. We'll get to that in a moment. So this week, sum up, sacred space, listen to the other. ask for help when we need it, and listen to ourselves and heal those unhealed traumas, because when we can heal our own wounds, we become the healer, healing not only ourselves, but everyone around us and even the entire global family. Woo! All right. Well, come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat Facebook page. I do daily inspirational oracle messages that try to keep us balanced, aligned, and connected with our higher selves during the day. And also, I post these these memes that kind of make us think outside the box, get a different perspective. Sometimes we need that. But also, these memes can provide guidance and direction if we're feeling a little lost. So go check out Soul Sister Cat Facebook page. And don't forget, Soul Sister channel comes out every Sunday morning at 10 o'clock with a new video on how to utilize the astrological energies the week ahead to consciously create the life we want. Have a great week. Make sure we check in with our higher self daily. We listen to the other, we listen to ourselves, we ask for help. And don't forget the keynote of the Soul Sister channel. It is the magic elixir to life. Life is lived from the inside out. All right, guys, get out there, heal those unresolved traumas, heal those family wounds so that we can contribute to the healing not only of ourselves, but to all of our brothers and sisters. Oh, happy 4th of July, too. Namaste.